he's here. So we can see Mr. Ashok Gehlot arriving in this polling booth, and lots of people have waited even after casting their vote to catch a glimpse of the Chief Minister, the local boy and the man with the safa today, asking people to give him a fourth term in office. Mr. Gehlot, always this leader who has gone and asked the voters that vote for my guarantees, vote for my good governance, don't vote for a divisive agenda in Rajasthan, has always held this belief that if he does development, people will vote for that positive agenda, and always taking pride in this moment that his government has been the one, his party has been the one which has run a positive campaign in Rajasthan this time, promised people guarantees, promised people development, and not countered the BJP's divisive agenda, as he says, as he said yesterday to us in the interview, that BJP tried to instigate people in Rajasthan in the name of caste, in the name of religion, played the Hindutva card, but people in Rajasthan will not fall for this. That is Mr. Gehlot's belief, and as he comes to cast his vote now here, he is trying to send out that message that if you give me a fourth term, you will get these 7 guarantees, women will get 10,000 rupees a year in their bank accounts, the cheaper gas cylinders will continue, the popular Chiranjeevi medical insurance scheme will continue in Rajasthan if he comes back to power again. But will the people buy these guarantees? Because there is, of course, anti-incumbency against his government. There is anger amongst the youth over the issue of the paper leaks. There is anger amongst the people over other issues. There is some dissidence amongst the people over the issue of this thing that there has been appeasement politics in Rajasthan. So will these issues?
So Aman Sharma there telling us about Ashok Gehlot. He's finally reached the campus where the polling booth is situated. This is Sardarpura, the seat from where Ashok Gehlot is the member of the Legislative Assembly. He's seeking a fourth term as the Chief Minister, like Aman is reporting. And there, the entire campus, you can see, is packed with people. There are people who are just hanging around after casting their vote to have a word with the Chief Minister. A lot of locals said that Ashok Gehlot is hardly seen in Jodhpur, but today he's ensuring that he makes most of the people there. So he's still meeting.
Absolutely, Arunima. He's tried to send this picture.
Yes, go ahead. Please go ahead.
Yeah. He's just about to enter the polling booth. He's just entering the polling booth now, so refusing to speak to the media, saying I will speak after I cast my vote. He's just entering a huge media contingent here, Arunima, close to maybe 100 cameras here, and lots of people, as I said, who even voted, have waited patiently since 9 a.m. for the Chief Minister to arrive. He was supposed to be here at 9:30 a.m. but this mini roadshow that he's done in his constituency for almost an hour, going around meeting people, shaking their hands, asking their well-being. This is what Mr. Ashok Gehlot is trying, this final mile effort by him in the election campaign to get the voters to vote for him, vote for his government. Will people trust him? Again, the veteran Rajasthan campaigner at 72 years of age, is this his last election if he loses the election? This is also a big question in Rajasthan, because the next gen leadership of Congress and Mr. Sachin Pilot is ready to take over. So if Mr. Ashok Gehlot loses this election, will he be back again as the Chief Minister ever again? And we saw the Prime Minister say in a rally few days back that Mr. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said that I give this guarantee that Mr. Ashok Gehlot will never be the Chief Minister again in Rajasthan. Mr. Ashok Gehlot took great offense to that statement, saying that why has the Prime Minister turned into an astrologer? But clearly, here in this campaign, we have seen Mr. Ashok Gehlot clearly tell people that don't believe the BJP, believe in my guarantees, believe in my positive campaign, vote for me for the state's development. But the people of the state obviously have been angry on certain issues, and there has been little to offer in that respect from the Ashok Gehlot government. The main issue, as we travelled in rural areas also, Arunima, this issue that the loan waiver promise of 2018 was not delivered to the farmers, has hurt the people's sentiments, and they now say that they will not vote for the Congress because of the guarantees which were not fulfilled in 2018.
Aman, you mentioned the Prime Minister. You've covered a lot of Prime Minister's rallies and public engagements. Do you get a sense, because I do, that perhaps Mr. Gehlot is taking a leaf out of the Prime Minister's book of interacting with people and striking a bond with the people wherever he goes?
Yeah, but that Arunima, he's obviously taken a leaf from there. He's tried to roll that into his campaign this time. But Mr. Ashok Gehlot has always been like that. He's always been this endearing, affable politician. Who enjoys his like this common man image. He's not a high flying politician. He's not doesn't have much airs about him. And whenever I've interacted with him, he gives that warm kind of a personality. That kind of thing comes across from Mr. Ashok Gehlot. So obviously he has that connect amongst the people. I must tell you, Arunima, he remembers names. He has a very sharp memory. He will remember names of journalists. He will even remember names of his karyakartas many a time. I could see him calling certain karyakarta by name even in Jodhpur in his constituency. So he has that towering personality in Rajasthan. Obviously, he's been the 3-time chief minister. He's one of the most recognizable faces in Rajasthan politics, apart from Vasundhara Raje. So, in a way, both Vasundhara Raje and Ashok Gehlot seem to be on the same kind of trajectory in their politics. Vasundhara Raje also not projected as the chief ministerial face by her party. Ashok Gehlot was not projected, though he's there on every poster. But if Ashok Gehlot loses this election, and if Vasundhara Raje is not chosen as the next chief minister by the BJP, if the BJP wins, will this be the end of both these politicians' political career in a way in Rajasthan? That will be the big question in Rajasthan, and is the state prepared to let go of maybe two of its most popular leaders and look for a generation next in Rajasthan?
Right, but Pallavi, Kamal Nath was in Chhindwara when Madhya Pradesh voted. He quickly came and voted and then, left. And I think we're still trying to get that line with Pallavi. But Aman, if you could answer that. Kamal Nath came, quickly voted and left for Bhopal because he wanted to be in the Congress party control room and ensure that information from across the state was coming in. Ashok Gehlot looks way more relaxed. He's done this over 1 hour long Padyatra in his constituency. Even now he's standing in the queue. It's a long queue I can see. So at least till about 11:30 or perhaps even 12, he is in his own area. What happens to the rest of the state? Do you interpret it as the man being assured about the rest of Rajasthan? It's a huge state.
Yes, absolutely. And I think he's going to be here mostly, Arunima. He's supposed to take a flight soon after he votes here and go back to Jaipur. But I think also in the age of TV and digital, I think Mr. Ashok Gehlot knows that these images of him are being beamed across the state. They are being beamed across Rajasthani TV channels, and he knows the message is going to the people. And my Vijay is back with me, so we can show you live visuals now behind me. You can see Ashok Gehlot waiting at the entry gate of his polling booth, just about to go. He's gone inside, in fact, to cast his vote. Now he's casting his vote as we speak, Arunima, right now. And a lot of people here waiting to look at him, waiting to catch a glimpse of him. Maybe you can speak to a few people here. Ashok Gehlot ji vote dal rahe hain. Ashok Gehlot ji vote dal rahe hain abhi.
Aman, let me just interject for 1 second. We are getting visuals of him inside the polling booth, completing the formalities, and just going in towards that EVM section where he's going to press the button. So he's just walking towards that. We are getting these live visuals, Aman. He's gone inside that EVM section now to cast his vote. So what is it that the voters are saying? You were getting us those voices.
Yes, he's just cast his vote, I believe. तो अशोक गहलोत जी ने वोट डाल दिया है. आपको लगता है राजस्थान भी वोट डालेगा उनके लिए?
लगता है कि भाई राजस्थान भी इनके लिए वोट डालेगा. काम किया है उन्होंने. अब देखते हैं कि भाई काम का अब जनता के पास है कि जनता क्या चाहती है.
और पॉपुलर तो लोकप्रियता तो मुख्यमंत्री की दिख ही रही है. जिस तरह इतने लोग वेट कर रहे थे यहाँ पे उनके लिए एरिया में पूरा
45 सालों से एक तरफ गहलोत साहब राजनीति में है तो पॉपुलर तो यही है, इसमें कोई शक नहीं.
Okay, Aman, the victory sign has been flashed. The Chief Minister has voted and he showed the victory sign after pressing the EVM button. I think any moment now he will walk towards where you are standing, Aman. Before he went in, he said vote dene ke baad shayad baat kare. Perhaps there is a chance that he will speak to the media where you are standing and getting us the voices from the voters who have been waiting. He's walking towards where the media contingent is.
Yes, he is just directing us to move towards a place where he will speak to the media. Just hold on.
Right. So while Aman is moving towards that designated area, I think there are some rules that have to be followed. You have to be 100 meters away from the actual polling area. That's what the Election Commission rule says. So Ashok Gehlot is therefore asking the media cameras to move a little distance away. This is, I think, a school premises, and it's packed with media contingent. There are channels and there are YouTubers from Rajasthan. There are national channels as well. Like I said, a lot of social media presence. And